I've never been a big believer in preseason rankings. I'm not going to be one now just because Ole Miss is going to be ranked pretty high. But I'm curious to where you think they end up or where they need to be going into next year to really be in this conversation, stay in this conversation. I think that like it's fair to rank, especially Jackson Dart coming back officially. He announced it on New Year's Day on his own. Finally, he got to do it, and he made the announcement. And now it's happened. We can say it. He's back. Are they officially a top 5 preseason team to you?
I would have them somewhere between like 5 and 7, just like based on vibes. Like we don't know what these rosters look like right now, but just right, like are they better than Alabama? I don't know. Are they better than Georgia? I don't know. Your Michigans, your Ohio States, your Texases, like there's, a certain degree of blue blood respect that I think is owed. But yeah, I think the goal for them next season needs to be to host a playoff game. I think they are good enough because you don't have to you have to finish what, like eighth, top
Right.
eight, right? Based on how that math works. I think that is totally attainable. Um, I think it's very attainable with their schedule. Um, I don't know. What do you think, Ben? Where do you kind of have them?
Man,
Because
I have
I
them.
just I don't know, really, is what I'm trying to say.
You got to put them number 5. I think you got to put them at
Yeah.
worst number 5. And for Ole Miss, I think what it really sets up for next year is not just the schedule. I mean, we always talk about theoretically how Ole Miss can get to this certain spot. That's how it's always been. All right, well, you got this, and if you can get out to this, and then get this and this and this, and now it's less theoretical than all right. Well, here's the road in front of them. They're going to be good. The fact that you start with, are they better than Alabama? Is the first question. It's a whole new conversation to be having, but I think Ole Miss has earned that. And I'm looking at next year's rosters, and all we can go by on January 2nd, 2024, is what we know today. And
Right.
looking at the rosters and the returning guys, and also the portal quality and additions they'll be making, I don't care who signed the number 1 high school prospect
No,
class.
doesn't
Don't care.
matter.
Don't
It
care who
does, but not
signed.
right now.
Yeah, don't care who signed number 8. Any of that as far as what it means for Ole Miss in 2024. Love the idea of Cam Franklin mixing in and Jeffrey Rush mixing in and Cam Beavers mixing in with these defensive linemen, Tyler Barron, Princely Uman Mielen. But at the end of the day, just based off of what Ole Miss needs to be or where a program needs to be based solely on winning for 2024, Ole Miss has hit every benchmark, every
Mhm.
one of them. I mean, portal, winning, beating quality opponent. Reese Davis said it before the game. If they beat Penn State, they should be top 5 next year. Louis Reddick said the same thing for ESPN. This team is a national championship contender. Well, if it were Auburn, if it were LSU, if whoever, Eckert, who would they have? Where would they have Ole Miss going into next year with a 3rd-year starting
Yeah.
quarterback and a 3rd-year
Right.
starting star running back,
Right.
on and on and on. Like the
Yeah.
wide receivers, Trey Harris and Deion Smith by themselves
Right.
is probably the best duo Ole Miss has ever had outside of, but DK couldn't stay healthy, but AJ and DK. And then add on top of it, Juice friggin' Wells. This is a
Yeah.
national championship contending
Yeah.
team.